Google's next mainstream mobile chipset, the Tensor G3, has floated around the grapevine for a while now. The Tensor G3 will power the Pixel 8 and 8 Pro and now appears to have made its first trip over to Geekbench, leaving a stream of disappointment in its wake. Early Geekbench findings, however, indicate that it would be difficult for the Tensor G3 to match the performance of its rivals. According to the leaked image, the Tensor G3 only manages to earn a single-core score of 1186 on Geekbench 5. On the multi-core test, it stumbles with a score of 3809. Those numbers represent a minimal improvement over the Pixel 7 series Tensor 2, which was, in turn, an incremental update on the first-gen Tensor that debuted on the Pixel 6 series back in 2021. The Tensor G3 looks to be about 10% more powerful than its predecessor. Google's Tensor chipsets have never offered competitive CPU performance, and that seems set to continue with the Tensor G3 as the leaked numbers see it lag behind last year's Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. The Tensor G3's CPU performance in comparison to the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 may be a cause for concern, but it's necessary to look at the wider picture. While Qualcomm's Snapdragon chipsets have typically been superior in terms of raw processing power, Google's strategy with the Tensor G3 concentrates on maximizing AI capabilities, graphics improvements, and overall user experience. It will be interesting to watch how these optimizations perform in practical applications and how Google uses the Tensor G3's advantages to produce a compelling flagship smartphone. The early Geekbench debut of the Tensor G3 chipset has revealed some details about its performance as we anxiously anticipate the release of the Google Pixel 8 series. While the benchmark results may not look impressive when compared to rivals like the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, it's important to take into account the more extensive improvements and functionality that Google has built into the Tensor G3. The Tensor G3 intends to give consumers a well-rounded smartphone experience, from ad capabilities to increased efficiency and storage. The actual capability of the Pixel 8 series and its Tensor G3 processor will ultimately be determined by the mix of hardware and software optimizations. So what are your thoughts on Google's upcoming third-gen Tensor chip? Will it be good enough to satisfy its customer and their daily hunger of power? Share your valuable thoughts below in the comment section. And if you guys enjoyed the video, then a sub to the channel will be massive, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you for the next time. Peace out.